What's up, everybody? It is Ryan, and today I thought I would bring a new series to the channel where I do building tutorials. And today's tutorial, I'm going to be going over how to build arches. Now, there are a couple of ways to make arches, and I'm going to be showing that. So, first off, let's just go to a blank template and make sure everything's good. So, once you're in, first get a part that you want to use for your base plate. Now, my recommendations is you have the Explore and Properties tab open. So you want to open them, you go to View and click Explore and Properties. So what you want is you have your part and you can style it to whatever you are really up to. So let's say you want a concrete. If you want, well, it's a little static. I have no idea if you can do that, but whatever. Okay, no. So if you want to make a nice looking texture, you could apply the smooth surface to each of your sides, and make sure you anchor it unless if you built it without any parts colliding into each other. So you got your base. Let's just size this, and let's see. You could see what your size of the part is in the the part section of your properties. So let's make it about 8. Let's go. You could play it to test out your or test it out to see how your arch would look. So we can go for a little higher of a arch. So let's go and move this up to that is 10, and you can Control D, which duplicates the part, or you can Control C or Control V, but I usually use Control D because it keeps the part in its place. So duplicate that, and you can move him. I make our arch about 6 studs wide. Now, there are a couple ways to make one, so I'm going to be going over the parts with a wedge. So you can insert a wedge and style or color it however you want, but I'm going to color it the same as this, so linen and concrete. Let's go try to find you. There we are. And change that to concrete. Change the bottom to smooth and anchor it. Okay, we got this part. Now, what you could do is you could use the rotate tool. You can rotate it so the bottom surface is facing the side, and you can scale it to fit. Now, usually I've noticed with arches is they would start off very skinny and then get to a thicker portion. So what you could do is you can do this. Now, another tip and trick to make your arches look more realistic is you see their outlines. You could highlight all, and instead of smooth, you can change it to smooth outline, no outline. So as you can see, it feels like this is now like molded into a part. So you could put you could put a wedge like that. You would copy and paste it, but the next arch you will make it. Well, actually, let's put you a little higher and style it. I'm currently building off of half a stud, but you copy and paste that access. Copy and paste it. Move that back, but this time you can make your arch a little bit more wide. I can do the copy and paste same thing, but just make it like that. This would actually look a little better. Now you can just copy and paste this and put it on the other side, and they line up. And now to cover up these little gaps, what you could do is you could just get small brick and fill up the gaps. Simple as that. Let me just do that way. You can copy and paste and put on the other side, as so. Scale down and boom. So we got one way you can make an arch. Now you can test that out in game, and you can see how your character scales to it. It doesn't look the best, but I haven't really messed around with arches, but you can just mess around with the wedge sizes, and you don't even need to connect these two parts with each other. It'll actually be better like if you put the middle part, and that would be the exact center instead of two immediately going together. But without further ado, let's go to the second version of arch. Now this could be unstable, but you can use it. So you got your two arches, or your two sides. Guess what you call it. Let's just change it to a different color so you could like spot it on more. I don't know. But now you can add a part like this. But over here. Now you're probably wondering, like, what are you doing this for? You can union the parts so you can make it a perfect circle. Or if you get really advanced, I am actually not quite sure if you can mess around with this, but you could possibly union could you union a mesh? Probably not. Really depends. Let's just make this the same color. Put smooth outlines for each of the properties. We see how big this cylinder is, or this block is. So we've got 6 by 4.5. Let's just change this. Make sure that's aligned to 4.5. It uses whatever size you want, but now you can just move it down. What? It actually went over. So you can move the arch down, and you should line it up so the exact middle of the part is at the end of the brick. So like that. And I'll go into a bigger depth on unioning in a different video, but go to your model tab, click on whatever you want to take away from the part. So what unioning is you'd either combine multiple parts and form one single part, as you could define it as, but there's another thing called negation, where it's basically the same thing, but you take away from a part. So we're going to negate this cylinder from this part in order to form a arch. So it's basically, so click union, and most of the time this should be able to work. You click union, and now we have like a more defining arch. It's like more perfect than this, but with this you could have way more possibilities, but this makes it a little more normal, what do you call it. But the problem with unioning is sometimes if you union too many items, the hitboxes will be out. Now in this case it isn't, but sometimes it would make it so your character can't jump higher than this portion of where we started to union and take away from the part. This is a problem with unioning. The hitboxes aren't really aligned to what it is, but in this case it is, and we can walk through it and do all this stuff. So that about wraps it up for the tutorial. But make sure to subscribe and like. This is one of my first tutorial videos on this reign of new videos, but make sure to subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.